He's gonna ready an action at this hatch to shoot an arrow at it.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Are we out of initiative right now?
Yeah, the centipedes are squashed. I'm sorry, I didn't delete him yet. He's gone.
Eldove cast Prestidigitation to clean his clothes.
It does not work.
Sweeping over with Detect Magic, can I see anything different about the areas where the hatches are?
No.
I will.
Actually, hold on. Let me backpedal
bust
that
this
Nodal.
door
Let me
down
double
again.
check. No, Prestidigitation will not work because Tarin is much larger than 1 cubic foot. I looked that shit up because I knew you were going to do that. I fucking knew it. As soon as somebody gets hit by the mercury, I'll be like, Prestidigitation. No, fucker. 1 cubic foot. It's in the book. Read the rules! What are you guys doing?
It's 5 cubic feet.
Oh, it's 5? Then yeah, it probably does work.
We're out of initiative right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to kill those goblins.
Duke wants to climb back up and see, like, there's literally no way to get this out. He can't, like, wedge his knife edge in there or something to get that hatch open.
Well, you've already investigated that one, and you could not find any particular way to open it. And no, you can't sit and re-roll it until you get it.
Eldove didn't clean the shit off of Tarin's clothes. He cleaned the shit off of his clothes.
Oh, that's fine. No, all the centipede muck and the nastiness, that's all gone. Yeah, that's fine.
But what about that mercury shit that was thrown
No,
out?
Prestidigitation won't get rid of it. So
26 to force the door I'm standing in front of.
you got it, and you feel something like fall over and crash against the floor on the other side.
All right,
Khalil
we're doing this
is
now.
not happy.
All right, Zook's gonna take position behind the pillar.
Okay.
Or
Fred steps into the room with you guys.
Anybody have a way to mend this damage to my armor and weapon, or my armor and shield?
I don't know mending, sorry.
Looking into mending, I don't think mending would fix the rust damage anyway.
probably need a blacksmith.
Looking into this room, nobody moved yet. I got to describe the room first. This room would have been reserved for especially wealthy or important guests. All of the furniture inside has been broken or removed, including the stuff that was stacked up in front of the door that Khalil just shouldered in, except for a large double bed on the south wall. And you see a window on the north wall, and underneath the window is an overturned chest laying under the closed window. The room is strewn with discarded clothes from an almost completely demolished wardrobe that at one time would have stood up in this corner here, but has been busted open and parts of it have been broken down and used for barricades. And you see a pile of soiled linens on the bed, like the bed is just piled up with them. The bed itself has also been damaged, listing to one side. And Khalil, roll me a perception check real quick.
By the way, Brick, just to be clear, I just read it is 1 foot.
I know.
But I also would have bought the idea that it doesn't clean it because it's magical.
Well, that too, but
yeah.
Mostly it's there so you don't like take a reaction to use prestidigitation and do something
23.
stupid. 23.
Yeah.
The second you step in the room and scan it, and I mean the instant, you think you see movement in the sheets on the bed.
Wow.
Stab
it. No, don't stab it.
That is exactly what Khalil is doing right now.
No, don't stab it.
No.
Stab it?
Fuck you, Nodal.
Roll the hit.
Oh god, I was kidding.
Actually, let's roll. You guys want to just keep the same initiative so we're not rolling initiative constantly?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, that's fine.
That sounds good.
Give me 1 second, Khalil.
Okay.
We do not need centipedes anymore.
Yeah, it makes sense to keep it for the floor.
Khalil, you got a surprise round. Actually, no, you don't. Give me 1 second. Because you did step into the room. Okay, now you get a surprise round.
Okay.
Khalil is evil.
That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit. That'll do
Jesus
it.
Christ.
You're just gonna kill some kid.
You just gotta kill the mustachioed man now, and that ends
He's
the
a wizard.
adventure.
He'll be fine.
8 plus 7 is 15.
Okay,
My
give me 1 second.
This is the first evil act Khalil has taken.
No,
I
he
like
turned
it.
into
That's
his
the
friend,
second
remember?
evil act.
No,
yeah,
this is justified.
he
I just
befriended
had
a
some
guy
shit
just
thrown
to
at me
turn
and it
him in.
ruined my armor. I am not a happy camper.
You said 18 damage?
No, 15.
15 damage?
Yeah.
You thrust your magic longsword into the linens, and you hear, like, immediately you feel it punch into flesh. and the linens start to get bloodied, and you hear a woman scream bloody murder. No, you hear a goblin scream bloody murder.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
Eldove.
knowing that
It easily
Nick
could
Oh, wait,
have
hold on, not
been a
Eldove
woman,
yet.
though.
No, knowing that Nick
Pull
helped
my
design
blade
this, it wouldn't
back.
surprise
Not yet,
me.
Khalil, not yet. You
Flick
stab.
the,
well, you can pull your blade back, I guess, and do say
And flick
something
the
cool.
and flick the blood off.
Okay. And then you see a hatch open in the ceiling, right here.
Okay.
Consult my notes.
You're gonna get poo on your armor.
And again, you see a goblin poke his head out and throw something at your feet, and it crashes on the ground, right here, just in front of you.
Okay.
And a weird gray cloud emanates up from where the thing hit the ground. And I need you to make me a wisdom save. You're looking for 15.
Oh, speaking of weird gray clouds and obviously magical artifacts, Captain, you should
22.
detect magic inside the
22.
walls.
You feel, when you inhale this gas, for a moment, like you see everything in the room with perfect clarity, and then the feeling vanishes. And you have this, like, this sense of, wow, if I could have only held on to that feeling for a moment longer, I would understand everything about this place. But it's such a fleeting feeling, you're not even sure it was real.
Put my hand over my nose and mouth and step back out of the room.
Not your action. You can't do it.
Okay, fine.
Eldove, you have an action, though.
Eldove has had just about enough of goblins.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
You can walk
And
through
just
Khalil.
about enough of beds. Well, I can see the bed from here.
You can't.
I can see the bed from here.
You can see the bed from there.
I will. Let's set a bed on fire. How do you guys feel about setting a bed on fire?
Fuck yeah.
We're good with setting the
I'll
bed on
fire-
fire?
I'll firebolt the bed.
There's Edgar.
And Edgar barked.
Yeah.
Because you're actually setting Edgar on fire, you mean, terrible person, and you say I'm evil.
Well, technically, you said you were evil.
Alright, how do we
Yeah,
do
That
on
was
the...
the real monster.
It'll
around here.
hit. It's 16 plus 9. 25?
And how much damage?
13 fire, and it'll set it on fire.
And the bed engulfs in flames, and as soon as it goes up, you hear another yelp from the foot of the bed. And then silence. Like, even the snickering in the walls has died down at this point.
Yeah. Fuck you, goblins.
Zook!
Duke is going to... Can I see this wall from here?
Yes, the door opened to the left when Khalil bashed it in, so you can see the wall but not the bed.
Alright. Duke's gonna stand behind Khalil and just... If he sees a hatch open... Now, can I say on this wall, or do I have to say, like, stay on one hatch?
Bless you.
You have to stay on
Did
one
you-
hatch, and if you're searching for a hatch, you have to say which square you're searching for.
No, he's just... Ah, fuck. They don't seem to be wanting me using the same hatch twice. You know what, fuck it. He's gonna climb up this wall. He's gonna search for a hatch over here.
On that square? Okay, roll me an investigation check. And everybody roll me a perception check, please.
How thick are these walls? Obviously, they're thick enough for a goblin to get through, but like, are they thicker than that, or what?
might
They're
be
as,
a
they're
crawl
as thick.
space
They're
that-
as thick
and-
as they look. Like if the square is 5 feet, the wall itself is maybe only 2 feet.
Investigation 10.
Ooh,
10
that
doesn't do it.
sucks.
11?
The thickness of the wall is like even a goblin would have difficulty moving around inside of the space between the walls. But you're not
So
sure
if
how
we
much space are between the floors.
So if we smash the walls where we think the goblins are, we basically take out a goblin.
If you can smash the wall, how do you intend to do it?
Perception 11.
I'm looking for perception 15. Who got it?
My hawk did.
Your hawk did? Where is your hawk? Just flying around
It's on
inside
my
here?
shoulder.
Oh, okay, yeah, that hawk's gonna die his first available opportunity.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Your hawk hears a grinding sound back in the entryway. It's very muffled, though, like it's happening underneath the floor. And I'm sorry, whose turn was it? Tarin's, because Zook tried to climb the wall and didn't find shit.
Tarin's going to
down,
cast
by the way.
Mage Hand and have the hand form above the ceiling, above that door, and then move to it.
Wait, before that happens, Tarin's gonna just tell everyone that he heard the horrible grinding noise.
I didn't hear anything.
No, Eldove's hawk heard it. As far as I know, your hawk is the only one who passed that check.
Right, but it can tell me.
It did.
And,
There was
then
a
I
That's
told
why,
horrible
everyone
grinding
else.
that's why I informed you. Oh, and you told him?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a horrible grinding noise in one, basically.
Yes. And it sounded very muffled, like it was happening beneath the marble floor. And what's Tarin doing at this door?
Good, but now I have Mage Hand up, and it's hovering at ceiling level.
Okay. Doing what?
Nothing right now. I took my action to cast it, so.
Okay, so you're just standing in front of that door. So that takes us to Arik.
A quick question: What is from when we came in? What is on the outside of this? Is this the outside wall of the?
That's the outside
thing?
wall of the tower.
It's a circular tower?
It's a circular tower. Arik.
Yeah. I feel so useless right
The
now.
door. Look out the door.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Look out the door, the entryway.
Yeah.
You're gonna stand on top of the cube? I mean, you can. He probably let you.
Probably switch.
No, you
places
look out the
with them.
door. You don't see anything
Don't see
change.
anything
Just on
at
a
all.
cursory glance. You don't see anything different.
Well, that's probably fine then.
Alright. Well then.
I'm sure it's just some mechanism underneath.
And you could have seen out the door from where you're standing. I mean, easily.
I should probably spend a little time reading Find Familiar and find out how much it takes to dismiss it.
I really want to
Action.
kill these goblins.
You don't see any goblins. You hear them, though. For damn sure, you
Just-
hear them.
Trust me, I want to
um,
use my thorn chains to yank one of them out of the wall.
I have a good idea.
But yeah, we need an action from Arik.
Yeah.
I'm going to put an hourglass on the table, and if you don't have an action within 30 seconds, you lose it. That's the next step.
Oh, you should do
I'm
that.
casting locate creature.
On what?
I'm gonna pull up the spell. Give me a second. It's basically if you've seen something, you can locate it.
Okay.
Here we go. Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. The fucking goblin that poked its head out of the
You are not
fireplace.
familiar with the goblin. You saw its head for a split second.
Really?
Like, I'll let you
Really?
cast it and say you're familiar with goblins in general, but
All right.
you would just learn that the place is swarming with goblins.
Point him to the nearest individual.
Yeah. Like, you sense the direction of the creature's location as long as the creature is 1,000 feet of you. If the creature is
Oh.
moving, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific creature known to you or their nearest creature of a specific
There you
kind,
go.
such as a human or a unicorn.
And
So long as you have seen such
There-
a creature up close within 30 feet at least once.
there are no there are no unicorns within the wall.
Okay.
There
That'd
are
be a
certainly
good to know.
goblins, though. You sense a goblin right here moving very quickly. It's above you, above your head. Like it would be in the crawl space above the ceiling. And it's moving very quickly this direction. Like back
Oh,
towards
that's
the entrance.
awesome.
I shout that to the party. Hey, there's a goblin moving over the ceiling, over the walkway here.
And as soon as you shout that, he turns around and comes coming towards you. Khalil.
Sweet. Now he's coming back at me.
Alright.
God, that was a level 4 spell.
So
Fuck.
Well,
what's
you keep
this?
it. It's
guy-
concentration. though. You
Guys, it's
keep
Khalil's
doing
turn. Khalil.
Alright, there was a
Right now,
Alright,
they're
I'm gonna go
bloodied,
over this-
bloodied and burning linens on the bed.
Alright, I will kick open this box that's right here.
You kick the box, but it's locked.
Locked A.
So it was already
I'll
laying
get
on
it.
its side, now it's laying on its top. Is that your action?
Well,
Is that it?
I just oriented it correctly for
Yeah, now
for
it's standing
Zook
up.
to do his magic. I'll
Yeah.
head back out into this room.
Okay. Fred steps in to see what all the hubbub is about.
Khalil looks very not
be right
happy.
back.
as
It's a
Fred
burning
passes in.
bed.
It's a burning bed. All right, give me 1 second here.
Fred says, this reminds me of that week in Kiska.
And a D6. Okay. Tarin. I need another strength save from you, please.
That would be an 8.
That's an 8. Arik and Khalil. Khalil, as soon as you step back in this room, you see a goblin poke his head out of this hatch right here. And he throws something, again, at Tarin. And it's the same mercury-filled substance as before. And this time it coats his entire body. And Tarin, this time it feels very thick and very heavy on you. And you start feeling your muscles and your joints slowing down. It feels like your body is solidifying. Eldove.
Eldove walks back in there.
Mm-hmm.
Readies an action at that hatch.
Okay.
If a goblin pops back out, he's going to cast a fireball into the hatch behind the goblin.
Okay.
And he yells out, "Guys, look at the other hatch. There's no way they'll come out of the same hatch 3 times."
No way. No way that's gonna happen.
Zook.
Alright, I'm gonna use my bonus action first to pop open this chest, and if I'm using no more than half my movement, I can get advantage on that, so...
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and make your Thieves' Tools check. Dex plus Thieves' Tools.
2.
That'll do it.
Okay.
You pop it open, and it's a relatively large chest, and it's mostly filled with copper coins. But you see a smattering of silver in there as well. Right away, you see a couple sets of nobles' clothing, a gentleman's and a lady's clothing. You find a magnifying glass, a couple bottles of red wine that haven't been broken, even though this chest has been very abused, and a nice-looking pipe, small box of tobacco, and a small silver key, in addition to a shitload of copper coins.
Alright, for now I just pocket the silver key and make a note of everything that was in there.
Okay, well, if you're going to make a note, then actually make a note, because I ain't making a note that you made a note.
Oh. You have the contents of the chest somewhere, right?
I do, but I don't have the contents of what you're taking. Whatever you take, put on your character sheet.
Yeah, no, I'm taking the silver key for now.
Gotcha. Tarin.
I'm going to talk.
Wait, hold on. I've got a lot more action than that.
Oh, okay.
That's my bonus action.
Right.
For my regular action, I'm going to ready an action at this hatch that's right in front of me to let an arrow right on into any goblin motherfuckers who stick their head out.
Okay, Tarin.
Check with Arik over the mind link. Have him describe to me exactly where the closest goblin he senses is.
And I
That was
point
in
to
the
it
wall
the
over
ceiling.
near where he is, right?
And yeah, you sense. I mean, you're focused on the one goblin, right? You can only.
Yeah, I can only focus on one goblin.
And now you feel him over here somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Khalil.
I am. Oh, well, that was just my.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
I'll move to here, and I'll bring my mage hand over to where he says it is, and ready an action with the mage hand that if it throws something, I'm going to throw it, catch it, and throw it back into the hatch.
Now, Tarin
Let's
moves
run
in
a
this
spot.
motion, and he moves his mage hand up, and then as soon as he gets his hand up in front of his face while directing his mage hand, his whole body solidifies, and he stops moving. The mage hand vanishes. Tarin, roll a d10.
I didn't actually roll. Yo, 1, I
That's
guess?
not
The
bad.
cards are a little
You are
awkward.
petrified for 1 minute.
Wonderful.
Oh, you wanted low
Arik.
Well, I'm going to get some fork snagglins.
We'll
I
be
have a
done with this
spell
tower
for
in a
this.
minute.
I have a spell for this.
Do you? Edgar, you have food. Eat the food that's in your bowl. Stop
Yes.
clawing at it. Idiot. Stupid dog. I'm sorry, I had to yell at my dog.
Was it a stupid dog?
He doesn't eat the food in his bowl. What he likes to do is take the food out of the bowl and put it on the floor, then eat it off the floor.
No,
Every
yeah, my
dog
dog
does
does that.
My dog does that too.
Oh no! It doesn't work on petrification.
Now, petrification's pretty nasty.
Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
So what are you doing?
Balls!
It would have worked if those centipedes had landed a hit and poisoned somebody, though.
Huh. That's good to know.
Yeah. Alright. I am concerned that the goblin is running away that I'm focused on, so...
Okay. Roll me a Wisdom 10.
Okay. I can do that.
Nothing?
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing.
Then nothing. I mean, yeah. Are you stepping back out in the entryway?
Yes.
Okay.
Still
Sound
focused
of
on
rolling
them.
dice.
You step back out of the doorway in the entryway, and you feel the floor beneath your feet start to tilt downwards.
I warned you, man.
And you need to make me a... Oh, hold on 1 second.
This is a hell tower. We should just burn it.
Yeah, you feel the floor sloping downwards exactly where you're standing. You can make me a... Since you're standing so near to a door, make me a dex save. DC's only 5.
Yeah, but I suck at that.
God, if you fail this, I'm going to laugh and laugh and laugh.
Yep,
That'll
I made it.
There we go.
And you dive back into the doorway,
Alright.
right next to the cube.
I relay that information to the party.
Okay,
Holy
so-
shit, the ground outside be sloping.
Yeah, and you actually saw the pillars in the room split open about down the middle, and the whole floor of the room was starting to tilt, and you dove back out, and it's not spring-loaded, so it's not going back. It's still sitting down slightly after you jump away.
So where's it tilted? Oh, I really
Khalil.
can't.
Cube, is that normal?
Where is the goblin still? The one that I'm focused on.
You feel him over here somewhere.
Son of a bitch. You know what we need to do is we need to get into the fucking walls.
Khalil.
All right,
If only
take
we
a
had
look.
some sort of small climbing man.
Yeah. Take a look through the door. Where's the room sloping toward?
Downward to the north. It's sloping down at the northern edge. It looks like there's a pivot that runs down the center of the room, and it's sloping downward at the northern edge.
So what? Like
So is
Also,
there a
make
pit
me a
we see,
perception
or is
check,
it-
Khalil.
Are we seeing a pit, or is there a...
No, the whole
it just
floor
meets in
is moving. Like the southern end of the floor is starting to tilt upwards.
it's a 21.
21. Because you didn't step into the room and have to immediately make a death save, you looking around, you notice that the front doors, there's something barring them now. Someone has closed the door, and there's something sitting in the front of it barring it from being opened. Like a metal...
Fabulous.
Like a metal bar has slid into place in front of the doors.
Does anyone have something that can possibly smash one of these hatches just the fuck open?
What's your action, Khalil, or was that it?
Radiant action. Dude pokes his head out there. Yeah, he's getting an arrow.
Okay. Fred has been batting out the fire on the bed, and he grabs part of the linen after he gets it out that's still smoldering, and he pulls it aside, and there are 2 dead goblins laying on the bed. One of them is dressed in a gentleman's finery, something that Eldove would dress in, and the other is dressed in a lady's gown. And the lady has a stab wound in her chest, and the gentleman is burned to a crisp.
He deserved it.
How romantic.
No, it's a good thing you attacked them first, Khalil, because they had readied actions as soon as they heard noises in 4. They were about to jump
That's
on you.
hilarious.
So yeah, we're not on initiative anymore.
All right.
Right.
What do you guys think about?
I'm still
I
focused on that goblin. Trying to...
I think we should send our tiny man towards one of those hatches to just try to fiddle with it for a little while.
I think we need to get control of this fucking tower.
Well, maybe we can do it. From
Eldove has
inside
climbed onto the other half of the flaming bed.
Yeah.
He's fine.
He's dancing in the flames.
there, standing on top of dead goblin groom right now. If anyone can get one of those hatches open, I'll get in. I tried, and I mean, I could go fiddle with it some more, or if someone can just like smash it.
What's the hatch made of?
It looks just the same as the wall, right?
Yeah, it's like you look up at the ceiling. The is made up of marble tiles, just like the floor in the entryway was, and it looks like one of the tiles slid open and then slid back into place. And Zook has been up there, and he can't figure out how to open them.
I forget, did I fail a check, or is it just...
you failed an investigation check. You couldn't figure it out.
You want to send your bird up there? Is your bird good at investigating?
He's good at looking.
I mean, I haven't... Yeah, I mean, I'm good
Yeah,
at
I would give a hawk perception, but not investigation. This would require investigation.
What about just using
That's literally
Dex
the only
to
skill he has. He can only roll perception.
Can I use my Dex skill to shove a knife blade in there and just try to wedge it open?
No, because you wouldn't know where to wedge it. From to your eyes, it looks like it looked like the marble tiles had caulking in between them. Didn't look like there was anywhere to stick a knife.
On the other hand, can I send my hawk up there, then look through its eyes and roll investigation myself?
Yeah, if you tell me
at
which square the hawk is looking at.
Yeah, I'll just look at this hatch.
And you go up there and you definitely see where the hatch would come open, but you don't see how to open it from the outside.
I can't make a...
You need an investigation check.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, can I use the investigation check even though it's my hawk's eyes?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Go ahead.
Twinkie mother... Okay, no, it's cool. Helpful.
I'm not climbing up there.
You probably could have just stood on the cube.
Cube's too big.
So aside from
That's
coinage,
15.
what was in that box?
You're pretty sure if you got up there, you could open the hatch, but you have to push it inward and twist it in a particular way to open it from the outside, and you're not sure you could describe to Zook how to do it.
Can I show him how to do it so that he'll understand after?
You'd have to go up there, yes, but you could do it.
Right, okay. Zook, can you help me up here?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, you're going to stand on Zook's shoulders?
No, I'm gonna...
All
stay on this
4
box.
inches higher.
The cube
How
walks
big
into
is
the
this
room.
box?
Says, perhaps this one
Yeah.
may be of assistance.
I'm gonna stand on the cube.
There you go. And standing on the cube, I mean, the cube's 5 feet tall. And you can just, if you stand on your tippy toes, you can just barely get the bottom of this marble slat in the top of the wall. And you push it in and you spin it around a little bit, and then you feel something click, and the thing just slides away to the side.
All right,
Zook, did you get that?
There's nothing about this plan I don't like. I'm just going to scramble up there right now, and, I mean, can I get in while it's open?
Oh, yeah.
No, I was trying to show you how to open the hatch.
Okay, yeah, no, I got it. I mean,
Okay.
I'm assuming my perception is good enough that I followed that.
It's really not. You didn't. To you, it just looked like Eldove put his hand on the slat, and then it magically opened.
All right, can I go up there and try to do it myself now?
Well, yeah, climb up, dude.
I mean, it's open right now.
Can I close it?
You don't know how.
All right, Zook's going to go... Okay, so, lesson
Wait,
learned.
I'm gonna investigate to see if I know how to close this.
Okay, go ahead.
No, that's 11.
That's 11. You can't figure it out. You can't see any way
All right.
to just close this marble tile. Although, when you opened it, you heard scurrying noises in both directions.
Throw a fireball down there.
Wait, I will, but one second. If Zook had been up here,
Yeah.
would he have been able to tell?
Tell
What's
what?
the problem that Zook wasn't there to learn how to open it?
The problem was opening it is very complicated, and Zook failed his investigation roll, and I'm not giving it to him for free.
Oh, okay.
Eldove knows how to open them, but it's very difficult to explain to anybody else.
Can I...
All right.
Can I go try to... Can I climb up one of these other ones and just try it myself again with a new investigation roll?
No.
Okay.
I already failed the investigation roll.
What direction did I hear scurrying from?
Both directions.
I cast a fireball
Which way?
towards the... What directions are you
One goes
going?
towards this window, the other direction goes towards the fireplace.
Yeah,
Fire.
bring it out in the fireplace.
Oh, you know what? I
Fireplace,
probably could have
yeah.
just climbed my happy ass up the fireplace. That probably would have worked, too.
Throw a fireball
Well,
towards
don't
the
do it
fireplace?
right now, because I'm tossing fireball towards the fireplace.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I have to roll a hit die, or is there nothing there?
Roll damage
It
dice.
goes... yeah, okay, yeah.
No, you don't have to roll it to hit with a fireball. Wait, did you say fireball or firebolt?
Fireball. I want it to go as far as possible.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm just imagining this bowling ball just rolling down, but it's on fire.
And it's a
Just
20-foot radius, but it goes around corners, right?
20-foot radius goes around corners.
I'm gonna say you can't see into the hatch because you have to stand on your tippy toes to reach the bottom of it. You could direct a fireball down the hatch, but you wouldn't be able to actually see it connect with anything. Is that okay?
Yeah, I
Fine.
can hear it.
Okay, go
And
ahead.
it'll be very pleasing to me.
Go ahead and roll your damage dice.
Okay. Let me figure out how many.
Just imagining Arik and Tarin are in here and they see like fire just shoot down the chimney.
Well, Tarin ain't seeing much. 'cause
That's
he's
why I
kinda
asked.
Petrified at the moment.
Because, like, nobody's... Because basically, Nodal, you have to throw your fireball, like, the furthest you can direct it would be, like, here. So it's going to be, like, a 20-foot radius from that spot.
Yeah.
So it'll arc down here and come out the fireplace. And how much damage?
30. Fire.
You hear this loud whoosh, and everybody hears it. As he throws his fireball, and you just hear it ignite something between the walls. Like, you hear it searing down the crawl space, and you think you hear the faint sound of a squeal off in the distance. Arik and Tarin... Well, Tarin doesn't see anything. He's with his petrified eyeballs. Arik, you see the fire come down the fireplace and spurt out and kind of explode into the front of the room here. But not quite far enough to damage Tarin. So,
Do I see a
Eldove,
goblin
you're like...
carcass fall out of the chimney?
You don't
Please
see
say
a
I
goblin
do.
fall out, no. But you, Arik, you're pretty sure you heard something get burned to death up there.
All right.
That was beautiful, Eldove. That was beautiful.
Eldove
Eldove.
says, "Stay out of the fucking walls."
What's
Hold
next?
up. I know your
My
bird,
house.
So what's in this box aside from the coinage?
wine, clothing. I took a silver key. In fact, since I'm probably about to go play in the in the walls, it sounds like I'm gonna actually give my silver key to somebody.
Okay.
I'll give it to
Eldove will take
Deflect.
the key.
Khalil,
Eldove will take the key.
Okay,
Yo.
it's a
inside
silver
the
key.
chest, you see a whole mess of copper pieces, a small smattering of silver pieces, a couple sets of nobles' clothing, a man's and a woman's, a couple of bottles of red wine, a fine-looking pipe, and a small box of tobacco. And
Yeah, we need to get control of this tower.
now
man.
Zook is going up into the wall.
Yeah, I handed off that key to Eldove.
Okay. Here's Zook.
And-
Here's the rules.
What's that?
The crawl space is tiny, like size tiny. You're small. That means you can squeeze into it, but you will have disadvantage on all attack rolls. You're penalized on how far you can move because you're like inching yourself along. You won't be able to use any kind of slashing weapon or any kind of ranged weapon, given the curvature of the place. Your dagger, you're okay with. Your magical thorn whip, you'd probably be fine. And if you have, like, your rapier is piercing, you probably use your rapier.
Yeah,
Wait,
all
you-
my stuff is piercing.
Okay, that's
Dagger
good.
and rapier both are piercing.
Here's the good news. Goblins are also small creatures, which means they are also going to be... So your advantage and disadvantage will cancel out if you find goblins in there. If it's something else... I'm just saying.
Like a roach.
Like a 5-foot cube.
Alright,
maybe.
so Zook is going to hop up on top of the cube,
Well, I'm
scurry
trying
up
to.
the wall.
How
Well, I
clean
wanna
is
ask-
the crawl space?
What's that?
How clean is the crawl space?
And about now, Tarin suddenly comes back to life, I think. So it was a minute,
Yeah, that
right?
sounds about right. I was going to wait until Zook got in the wall, but yeah,
Well, I want to know, is there any way I can communicate once I get in this wall?
you can shout.
Okay.
I mean,
What
you've
the
heard
hell
you've
were
heard
you-
goblin
Oh.
noises and cackling and such from inside the walls. So yeah, they can hear you when you're in the walls.
I'm all about some goblin butt stabbing, but
Oh
Eldove, your
my.
hawk thingy can't follow behind me, can it?
Oh, it absolutely could.
Can it follow behind me and like watch my ass, basically?
Yeah, I'll have my hawk fly up there and stay 10 feet behind you.
Okay, yeah, kind of behind me and looking back.
Now
and
your
I'm
hawk
assuming-
can't fly in this crawl space, but it can walk. Is that okay?
Yeah, it can hop.
It can
Okay.
do a little derpy bird hop. All right, Zook, you climb up
Yeah,
in the wall.
Derpy bird hop.
Which
Yeah.
direction do you go, right or left?
I
By
kinda
the way,
was-
guys, I can't see shit while my hawk is seeing, so make sure I don't fucking die here.
Fred starts diddling him while I can't see. Which way do you go?
Aw.
Going that
feel-
direction. Just put yourself right on that square so I can describe it.
I
Right
guess
there.
I'm gonna go in the direction that he fireballed because it seems like that path might be clearer.
That path
and I
is
want the hawk walking behind
filthy.
me. Filthy, like
Like somebody
Charred?
just chucked a fireball down it.
Okay. I mean, do I see anything? I mean, do I see a dead goblin from here?
Not from here. You see an opening which looks like it opens into the flue of the chimney.
All right, I'm gonna walk in that direction.
Okay. And the
Just
hawk
tell me when to stop.
dutifully. Now stop right there.
Okay.
Make a perception check.
Okay. That'll be 5 plus 6 plus another 4, so it's 15.
Okay, you don't notice shit. Keep going.
Okay. I'm gonna walk
Eldove,
over
make
to...
a perception check for your hawk.
All right. Is it sight based?
Hearing based.
Okay. 11.
Okay. Zook.
Yeah.
You very suddenly hear a loud shriek from behind you, and when you turn around, the hawk is gone. Eldove, your hawk is now plunged into total darkness, and Zook, you can hear a snickering and scurrying sound to the south along this wall.
So wait,
Okay.
is the hawk dead?
The hawk
Or
is
can
still
it just not
alive,
see?
but it's you can't see anything, and it's moving very quickly.
Okay, someone just stole your hawk. Awesome. Well,
I
first
dismissed
thing,
my hawk.
And
I'm gonna
dismissed.
peek. I'm gonna go over here and see, like, can I see straight down and up the chimney from here?
yeah, and you look down the chimney, and you have the vantage point now that the goblin had earlier when he dumped centipedes all over Tarin. And you look up, and you see the charred remains of a goblin's body wedged up above you in the chimney.
Can I pull it out?
Yes.
You reach up, and you, like, tug on its leg, and some of the charred flesh comes off on your hand, but
Ew.
eventually it gives way, and the weight of this goblin body collapses down into the fireplace in 4.
Tell me when I have the chance to make another action.
You have one.
All right, I resummon my hawk and send him back up the fireplace now.
Can you do that instantly?
It takes me 1 action.
1 action?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, to see if we can get, like, a view of the second floor or
Casting
anything.
time is 1 hour, brother.
My hawk's not dead. Find familiar.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
you
It says
can-
casting time 1 hour.
I'm gonna go pee while you guys sort this out. Be right back.
1 hour to take it back out?
No. As an action, you can temporarily dismiss your familiar. It
Oh, okay, I
disappears
got
into
it.
a pocket dimension.
Yeah, as an action, while it's temporarily dismissed, I can cause it to reappear.
Okay, where do you make it reappear?
I cause it to reappear right here, and then fly up the fireplace.
And, like, how far up the fireplace? You don't have an opening up top. It's blocked somehow.
To Zook.
To Zook. And now, Zook, you have a hawk. Well, it can't hover. It's got to land somewhere.
It lands on Zook.
It lands on Zook. Zook, you are squeezed in this super tight space. And now you've got this hawk, like, sitting on your knee.
The hawk squeezes your knee tightly.
Sorry, I've been holding that for a while. All right, so
You're holding a hawk now.
I'm holding a hawk now. Awesome.
Zook,
Um,
make a perception check, please.
I'm sorry, me?
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, I'm sorry, Brick, to constantly have to ask if it's sight-based.
That'd be a nat 20.
That's a nat 20. So what's the total?
Yeah. The total will be 30.
Total is 30.
Yeah.
You hear
You see
movement
everything.
behind you.
Okay, I turn around.
And you spin around
With
and
my
Nodal's
dagger.
hawk goes splattering against the wall. You sidle your way around with your dagger out, and you see, coming up behind you, sneaking up, was a solitary goblin. He's also got a dagger, and he was just about to plunge it in your back. And that's a good time for you to... Actually, you can keep your same initiative. I'll just roll Goblin's initiative.
Okay.
You've got him. Actually, no you don't. Goblin's got you.
What?
But you're not surprised.
Okay.
He rolled a 10, you're on 11, but he got Dex plus 4, I think. Maybe only plus
I'm
2,
on
either
20.
way.
And I'm
I'll
currently seeing
retry
through my
that.
hawk.
But your AC is pretty good, right?
My AC? Yeah.
Now,
My
he,
AC's 15.
he has disadvantage on his attack roll because he's a small creature in a tiny space, but he also has advantage on his attack roll because you're a small creature in a tiny space, so it cancels out. And once
Okay.
you startle him when you turn around. Like, he wasn't expecting you to notice him. He thought he was being super sneaky, and he actually was being super sneaky, but fuck, a 30.
Pretty good at perception.
And he lunges with this, like, weak-ass plunge with his dagger and misses you entirely, and he just nicks the wall. And now you've got to stab at him.
All right, well, I'm going to totally take a stab at him with my +3 dagger.
Damn!
And you said that everything cancels out, right?
Yeah, you just roll it regular. You have neither advantage
Alright.
nor disadvantage.
That'd be 24.
Okay, roll damage.
Hit.
And remember to add the +3 to the damage, as well as your dex modifier. Because I know
Okay,
you were...
no, I got it. It's +8 total.
Okay.
It'll be 9 damage.
9 damage. You plunge this dagger forward into this goblin, and you get him just under the left shoulder. And the second it breaks skin, you feel under your own left shoulder a wound open up. You feel like you've been stabbed there. You take 4 damage.
What?
And you pull this jagged-looking dagger out of this goblin, and he's got a wound, and you've got an identical wound.
Ooh.
I do not
that's the first time you've used that dagger.
That is.
Oh, it's a magic dagger.
Zook, make sure you mark that 4 damage, because that 4 damage cannot be healed magically. You must use hit dice.
Okay.
Nice.
4 damage.
That's why you keep the +1 rapier.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you a free +3 dagger. There you go, have it.
I
and because it's a cursed item, you cannot unattune from it.
I can't unattune from it, but I can not stab people with it.
You could
right?
choose to not stab people with it, yes. You're not compelled to stab people
If one of us takes that dagger and uses it, does Zook take the damage?
You'd have to find out.
Sure,
Zook, what are you doing now?
Silence!
This goblin is very close to dead. Like, you've got a good hit in on him, but you feel like you didn't get the full amount of damage from the goblin. Like, it's got like 1 hit point left, I think.
Okay.
And it's starting to just trying to scurry away from you very quickly, as fast as it can move.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Do I get a turn?
That's it. That's its turn. It disengaged and it's moving away. It took disengage and dash, basically. It's moving away back towards this window here.
Wait. Before that, though, do I get a turn?
What?
My hawk's up there.
Sure. What's your hawk gonna do?
It's gonna use a touch spell attack.
To do what?
To cast Firebolt.
You kill stealing motherfucker. No, it's cool.
I was gonna say, like, if he's running away, is that an attack of opportunity?
No, because he disengaged.
It's a fireball like it's freaking one of the Ninja Gaiden.
Alright, roll damage on the firebolt.
Yeah. Well, I'll roll attack.
It can do that? I thought it was only... I didn't think it was ranged touch.
Touch spell. So I have to... Anything, like, if my bird flies over there and touches it, I can cast anything, like, as a touch spell.
Oh,
it just...
Where does this spell originate? From you or from the bird?
The bird.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how a firebolt comes like a touch without actually damaging the caster.
You saying it would make more sense to do something?
I thought that meant only touch spells. Like it had to be touch. When you say touch spell, I'm thinking roll to hit the touch.
I'm pretty sure I read through the range thing, but maybe we'll call it a.
I don't care. It's a goblin with 1 hit point. If you want to kill with a firebolt, that just that eases up my bookkeeping. I'm fine with it.
Him a little bit.
Then in that case, I'll just do acid splash, just because I don't feel like rolling any dice right now. It's dead, and I will read the rules.
And Zook, homeboy just stole your kill. Now what?
That's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm pissed off that my
kill. My hawk looks very smug, by the way.
So Zook, what happens next? Roll perception,
so
please.
I'm sorry.
Roll perception. Then tell me what you're doing.
Oh, well, all right. Let me roll perception.
How does a
first.
hawk look smug?
That's a good fucking question, but you'd have to ask
24 perception.
24. You hear movement inside this wall, moving towards you.
Okay. I'm gonna ready an action.
Okay.
If I see a goblin coming at me, I'm gonna shank him.
With your dagger?
No, with my +1 rapier that I'm really glad I still got now. I'm
gonna make you take an action to ready your rapier because you're in this cramped, closed space. You can't just swap weapons super easily.
Okay. Then I'm gonna take an action to ready my rapier.
Okay.
And
at the time it takes some doing, but I mean you've got a little bit of extra space in front of you because you've got the chimney expanse. So you kind of lean out there and you're able to get your horrible jagged dagger back in its sheath, and you get your rapier out and you get ready for an action. As soon as you ready the action, you see a goblin. He's outside of your rapier range, but he's rounding this corner. And he's turning away from you, like he's moving backwards this way into the tower.
Did he... Oh, okay.
Oh, he saw you. He definitely saw you.
But he's running in the other direction.
He's going the other direction.
Did I just hear, when I rolled my perception earlier, did I just hear the one set of footsteps, or did I hear several?
You can't really tell. I mean, there's always the sound of movement permeating the walls, but this one was very near and it was moving towards you.
Okay, but then I saw this goblin go this way.
Yeah. Basically, what I'm making you roll perception because goblins have a badass stealth.
Yeah.
So whenever a goblin's trying to sneak by you, you have to roll perception.
You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I'm gonna I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna actually. Can I roll stealth for going around this corner?
Yeah. What's everybody else doing downstairs? Like just waiting on Zook?
I'm working. I'm coming to an end of this. Hopefully. Hold on.
Okay.
13. 13 plus 9 plus. Got double stealth, right? Yeah. 13 plus 9 plus 4, so that's 26 stealth.
Okay. And it takes some doing, but it's relatively easy to get across the chimney, and you work your way up the wall, come down this way.
All right. So yeah, and I'm looking for this hatch basically. from
Roll
the
me an
inside.
investigation check.
So bad at investigation. Need to boost
You
my
can make it with
intelligence.
advantage because you've seen this hatch open before.
Okay. So that'll be okay. I'm glad I get that. That's a 3.
That's better.
Nice. 17. It's actually -1 because so that's a 16.
You stop at the spot in the crawl space where you're pretty sure you saw the hatch open from the outside, and you start examining the inside wall. The inside of the wall, it's a wooden crawl space in here.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes you a few seconds, but because you know you're looking in the right spot, you redouble your efforts. And you find a tiny latch at the bottom of the wall. And you work your fingers into it, and you pull the catch, and it comes in and it slides away. And in doing so, it reveals another latch in the same spot where you could push it back and latch it back down. From this, you surmise that these can be opened from the inside very easily and closed from the inside, but not from the outside.
But they can, but we've seen that they can be open from the outside, but not closed easily.
Right, because there's no latch on the outside. You have to know how to work the latch just by pushing it in and maneuvering it. But yeah,
Okay.
Eldove, you see the hatch open up above you, and Zook pokes out. He's got a bleeding wound on his arm.
Whoa, Eldove, did the goblin... Or, whoa, Zook, did the goblin get you?
Not exactly. Bad dagger.
While all that nonsense was going on up there, Khalil would have pocketed the box and the pipe just for crazy cuz.
You're not pocketing 1,000 copper pieces, brother.
No. Just
The tobacco box.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you got the pipe and the tobacco, but no, nobody's pocketing 1,000 copper pieces.
No.
I just made a note of it because I'm gonna want to drink that wine when we're done with this bullshit.
Yeah, is any of that shit magical, Destil?
It was not.
Okay.
All right.
Actually,
Oh,
Destil,
by the way,
Destil,
Hawk,
your
watch
detect
my
magic
back.
dropped when you became petrified.
just
I'm assuming
passed
you
it.
turned it back on.
I'll just, I can. The only thing is juggling concentration spells because I'm gonna have a mage hand out again, but
Okay.
it's fine. It's just actions.
Tarin, between the two of us, we know how to get in and out of these things, and I can shank goblins pretty okay up here, but it's a tight space.
And Tarin, if you can detect magic on their magical shit that they're throwing at us, maybe you'll be able to see them coming.
It's probably they'll probably be blocked by the wall, honestly.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to run to the head real quick.
I
And I'm
wouldn't
actually-
know. I don't know how to detect magic.
And I'm actually going to scurry out of the wall for
Not
now.
yet, because first you're gonna get shot.
What? I
You,
thought Okay.
you're
Fair
poking
enough.
your head out of the crawl space. I rolled stealth against your passive perception, and you're gonna get shot.
Okay.
Haha, nerd.
The hawk wasn't watching my ass good enough.
You poked your head out, man, not your ass.
I'm assuming the hawk can't see through you.
No, it can't.
Oh.
It's behind him.
Zook, 5 points of damage.
It's not
Okay.
even looking in that direction. It's
A
right
crossbow
behind you.
bolt from down this direction, and because you're peering out of the hatch, I mean, it gets you right in the butt.
God, and I
And you
go,
hear a
"Wow."
howl of laughter from that direction as a couple of goblins scurry back away.
All right, fuck these guys. I'm after them. Actually, you know what?
My hawk seems in a really bad space up there. I'm gonna dismiss it.
Okay, it's dismissed.
Zook's gonna crawl out. Actually, he's having no fun in this crawl space.
Zook crawls out, and he climbs down the wall, and everybody looks at him. He's got a gaping wound under his left shoulder. He's got a crossbow bolt sticking out of his butt, and he's got a really sour look on his face.
Fuck these goblins.
Can I tell by the wound, just by looking at the wound on the shoulder, that magic won't help it? Or am I going to have to blow a magic
To you, it
charge
just looks like a
first?
dagger wound. It looks like he got stabbed.
Do I know that innately?
Well, he's
or
got-
Yes, you do.
telling me?
Zook, you do know it. You felt that
Okay.
wound, and you have just an innate knowledge that it can't be cured magically.
I see him looking at me, and I kind of point at the wound. I say, "This one's gonna take some doing. Don't worry."
Well, I can
You can.
I
mend
can
my
still
butt.
treat it. I can I can still treat it with medicine.
Yeah, you can make a medicine check. So what's everybody else doing in regards to this dungeon?
I was getting ready to
I will
force this
tidy
door
up.
open.
Force this door? Okay, that's an athletics check.
Khalil will assist.
I'm gonna
Okay.
see you forcing that door open, and I'm gonna get out of the fucking way.
And I've got my mage hand up at ceiling level above me again.
That seems like a good idea. I'll do that with you. I'll handle the other hatch.
What is the
I'll
what is
grab
the
this
point
one.
of the mage hands? Like, what is the thinking there?
I would like to, once I figure out where a hatch is, ready in action to catch whatever they throw with the mage hand and throw it back.
Okay.
If I'm right in front of a hatch.
You can't do that while doing another action because you can't
Right,
have a
yeah.
ready to
No,
action.
I'm not
and
going to do it right now. I'm
We
just
would
saying.
need a.
But I need to keep the concentration up because it takes a lot of actions to move the hand around and everything. So I just have it out as a preparation. Like I know I'm not doing it right now, but
Okay.
once I
Whereas
get
I
through the
am
door,
doing it right now because I'm not doing anything else.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry.
so-
This door is not blocked. That was my bad.
Oh, okay.
This door is open. You can. And you look in, and it's a small guest room. It has a bed, small end table, and a wardrobe in it. But these have all been demolished, and now the room is just filled with random debris. It would take a few minutes to actually sort through everything in this room if you were to go in.
This place has been sacked.
I'll just scan it with detect magic quick, and if I don't find anything, I'll close the door.
The room itself radiates magic. The walls.
Okay.
Close the door.
Yeah.
I'll check this door. Ah!
Khalil's checking the south door here.
Yeah.
And
Mage hand out again.
same deal. You look in the room, and just piles of debris. It would take you a few minutes to go in and sort it out.
No
And-
magic.
No magic.
Rickard, now that I've seen the mechanisms a couple times, am I confident if I know where a hatch is, I can go up and open it pretty easily?
You are not confident at all. You've only investigated one latch in this place from the inside. And then you walk into room 6, a little bit more spacious than the other ones because it has the outer curvature of the wall, but same deal. It was a guest room at one point, but all the furniture has been demolished and it's just piles of junk in here. And nothing magical is radiating from you.
Okay, what about Eldove?
What about Eldove?
What about
Does-
Eldove?
Is Eldove, can Eldove pop these hatches at will now that he knows the layout of them?
No, Eldove figured out how to open that one hatch from the outside.
Damn it.
So what terrible thing is happening in this main room now?
In this main room, nothing terrible is happening at the moment. Oh, in the entryway, you mean? You look out the entryway, you see the southern floor. It looks like there was a pivot underneath the floor here. And the whole room has started to tilt to the north. And if more weight is placed upon it, it will tilt all the way.
Huh. Interesting.
I rolled a 12 on my medicine for Zook.
And you're fine. You bind up his shoulder.
Alright, cool.
And, Tarin, looking out the entryway, you hear noises in the ceiling above you. And you hear what sounds like somebody tapping on glass. And it's very, very faint. But after a few seconds, the sound of spraying, like high-pressure liquid being squirted. And all through the archways on the ceiling of floor number 1 is now spilling brown-looking liquid all over the floor. And it's starting to drain off in your direction and down the crack that formed with the wall at the edge.
Is it magical?
It is not.
Do I recognize it from any of my alchematical training?
You check it out.
Yeah.
Looks like
Yeah.
grease.
Oh, I'm just smelling it and like
Oh, yeah.
wafting the fumes, not actually touching it.
Smells like grease.
So they're making it slippery then.
Or flammable.
We need
Okay,
to...
I'm not
Is
too
grease
keen on
flammable?
finding. I'm not too keen on finding out what's below the entry hall, unless it's through some stairs. Some
I'll say
stairs
that to
need to be
Destil. I'll
involved.
say, is grease flammable?
Is this grease flammable?
You have no
Do I think
idea.
it is?
You haven't tried.
Okay.
You guys want me to try setting on a fire?
Well, I kind of thought they were setting up a fire trap for us, not the other way around. But you can
Well,
try.
we're not standing in it at the moment.
I turn to the cube and I say, what's going on out there? I point.
The cube looks very, very anxious. Like, he doesn't look scared, but he looks very anxious, like nothing in this place is what he remembers anymore. And you ask him what's going on, and he responds, this one does not know.
Well,
All right.
Poor
I got
cube.
I got one more idea. If these hatches that I went through, the hatch I went through is staying open for now.
Yeah, nobody's closed it.
If I climb back up there and take a look at it, do I see a way to like damage it so it won't close again?
Are you climbing back up there to look?
Yeah.
Alright, put yourself in the hatch.
I did.
All right.
Climbing back up.
And as soon as you get back in the hatch, you take 2 damage.
God damn it!
There was a
What-
goblin
what?
hanging out
We
right
need
here
to-
who shot you with a crossbow bolt when you climb back in the hatch. And as soon as he hits you, he snickers and starts running away.
Why did we not send the cube up into the walls?
He won't fit. He's a medium-sized creature.
Oh.
He's all boxy.
No, yeah,
That would be the-
they are tiny
You said-
crawl spaces.
I just realized you said he's 5 feet and
Yeah.
the crawl spaces are 5. Okay.
Okay, now that I'm up here with another fucking crossbow bolt in my neck, apparently, can I break this hatch so it'll stay closed? That's all I want to know.
So it'll stay closed? No,
Stay
in fact,
open,
just the
right?
opposite. You get the sense that if you break it, it will stay open.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Make me. Well, how are you breaking it? What's the plan?
Well, I mean, like, does the mechanism look like if I, like, you know, shoved a dagger in it, I could break it from popping back, or how?
Make a strength check.
I don't... Strength check?
Yep, because you're trying to break this thing.
I can't strength check.
That won't do it.
Yeah.
Maybe you could use.
You're pretty sure if you
yeah,
had a crowbar
like
and you had the proper leverage and you had the elbow power for it, you probably could. But it's not the kind of work you're good at.
It's not nothing that I could use like a thieves tool or anything with to like pop a mechanism.
Roll me a perception check.
All right. 21.
You hear noise coming here and here. Scurrying sounds.
Oh
Uh,
god.
You have 1 action.
Ready in action to stab. Next thing I see.
Okay. And immediately, a goblin pokes his head around this corner. So go ahead and roll to hit him.
Right. So that'll be an 11.
And roll damage.
You can't miss these goblins.
That'll be plus 11 on the damage.
Okay. And this goblin pokes his head around and he sees you and you startle him because he wasn't expecting you right there. And you just put your rapier through his skull. And then immediately you hear a clatter right over your right shoulder where a crossbow bolt hit the wall and missed you.
Do I see the guy shooting the guy right here?
Yes.
Can I take a stab at him now?
You have to move forward to do it. But yes.
Okay. I'll crawl in here and stab his butt.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. What's
Meanwhile,
everybody else
we're just
doing out there?
listening to this.
You guys are just hearing Zook going ham on some goblins in the wall.
Yeah, I know, right?
Jesus Christ. That's only oh no, it's a 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
My bonus is pretty good right now.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that'll be a 14 damage.
And you go ahead and you stab that one to death. Now here's the problem. There's a goblin clogging this wall, and you cannot move past them.
That's fine.
That's not necessarily a problem.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with that for now. All right. So I can't. So I'm just gonna get the fuck back out of here now.
And when Zook comes back out, you now see a crossbow sticking out of his neck.
Zook, you really need to stop doing that.
All right.
That is just bad news for you.
It's all right. I plugged the hole with some goblin carcasses.
I guess
you
I'm gonna
mark
roll
this
medicine again and get
where,
the crossbow bolt out of his neck.
Where the oil is?
Yeah, the whole
Yeah, what
room. The whole room is sprayed down with oil. Zook!
The whole.
Is it still spraying?
No, it's done. It's sprayed for about 20
But it's
seconds. It
coated
coated
now?
now it's draining along the floor, and so it's thicker where you guys are because it's draining that direction. And Zook, you hear the sound of something being dragged away up in the crawl space from both directions.
All right. So the crawl space is clearing. There's still plenty up there.
I rolled a 20 medicine to get the goddamn crossbow bolt out of Zook's neck, and I tell him to stop it.
What's the name of
So,
the goblin that Brick killed?
So, Eldove, are you gonna light it up, see what happens?
Eldove, at the second you ask if he's going to light it up, lights it up.
And so tab the spot where you shoot this firebolt. Down here. And you blast the floor there, and there's a scorch mark, but it does not ignite the grease on the floor.
Okay.
I'm almost happy that that's the case.
Alright, so what's happening?
How heavy is this table?
How heavy is that table?
Yeah.
It's heavy, but you can lift it.
Alright, I'll pick the table up.
Okay.
I'll bring it over here. And we're gonna roll the table and try and get it to the other side so that starts tilting down to even this back out.
Interesting.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll let you do it with an athletics roll, and somebody can aid you with that if you want to take it with advantage.
You
Khalil's
wanna
up
give me a
for
hand with that,
that.
Khalil?
Yeah.
Let's do some bowling.
There's a 20 on that.
24.
Tarin and Khalil get this table down on the ground and roll it forward. And the design of the table, it's narrower at the bottom than at the top. So it does have kind of a rotation to it.